everybody, how are you all doing today? I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm always very well. I always say I'm very well, but I always am very well. My name is Jodi Lakin, and today on my channel I am going to be looking at Quentin Blake, or the artwork of Quentin Blake. I'm currently on the very lovely, very wonderful James Burke's new virtual voyage. We're on virtual voyage 4. I've done 3 so far and I love every single one of them. So if you don't know, virtual voyage, it's like an online experience. We do art and art journaling, and James provides like amazing tutorials, and also the live elements, parties, and you can ask questions. It's really fun, and there's a really fun community of people that join the courses, so it's really nice. It's a great way to meet people too, so I'm really enjoying it. And this week, like I said, we are looking at the artwork, or we're inspired by Quentin Blake, and we're also inspired by the movie Inside Out. So if you've seen Inside Out, then you will know Bing Bong is, what's her name? Riley's, the girl in the movie is called Riley. I couldn't remember her name the other day. Bing Bong is Riley's imaginary friend. So with that in mind, we are creating our own imaginary friends. So today I am doing my imaginary friend. When I was a child, I actually did have an imaginary friend for a short period of time. It was quite funny actually. So her name, it was just a little girl, and her name was Kitty, and she had a kitten called Biscuit. So there's that. But my imaginary friend is made up from items from my childhood. So I can explain some of the items here, and maybe you can get to know me a little bit better. So starting from the top, we have my Mr. Blobby backpack. Yes, if you are from the UK, you will probably know the terror that is Mr. Blobby. He is terrifying. If you don't know who he is, then you should just quickly do a little Google search of Mr. Blobby. He's very scary. I was quite scared of him actually, but I did have this little plastic Mr. Blobby backpack which I took everywhere with me, so that is featured here. I also have some sweets, so we have like a lollipop and some little rainbow corns. I think they were called rainbow rice, rainbow something. Anyway, they were like these little rainbow, I don't know how to describe them. They were just really nice. They were like almost like popcorn, little rainbow sweets. So I put those in, and also the iconic Fab lollipop, or ice lolly, or ice pop. I don't know. People call them different things. I call them ice lollies. Yeah, there's a lolly called Fab, and I really, really loved that, and that's very nostalgic for me. I ate them all the time. I also have my Minnie Mouse costume, which made many appearances when I was a child. I actually was never lucky enough to go to Disneyland as a child, which is why I think I love it so much as an adult, and I definitely like revel in going to Disneyland as an adult and make the most of that. But I never went as a child, but I did still really like Disney, and I often had dressed up as Minnie Mouse. So I have this really cute Minnie Mouse costume, and then I also have this bear. So when I was really little, I used to have a dummy, or I don't know what the other name for them is. It's like the little, like babies have them, and what are they called? I don't know. We called it a diddy or a dummy. I don't know what they're called around the world, like a baby. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, when I was old enough to have my dummy taken off me, my parents were very clever, and they bought me this bear, and they said, you can have this bear and you can call him Diddy or Dummy, but you have to give us your dummies. You can't have them anymore. So I was like, great, good deal. I'll take the bear. So so that's the teddy bear there. And I had him when I was very, very young. I also have this jumper, which has a little cat on it. This jumper oh my goodness, I lived in this jumper. It was a United Colours of Benetton jumper. It was bright orange it was bright yellow, and it had an orange cat on it. And it had the name Oz, so I called it Onslow or Oswald or something like that. But I wore it like every day. I love this jumper. I actually still have it somewhere like in my house, like I've kept it. I wish it still fit me. It's amazing. It makes me so happy. And then I also have my ballet shoes. Love those. Loved ballet, little ballerina, so I've got those. And I also have a little makeup box. I know that this was very common in the 90s. Like a lot of people had this little makeup box. It was like pink and blue or pink and green or pink and purple. But it was like this very plasticky makeup box with like a heart clasp on it. So I have included that here. And then lastly, I have these big pink glasses because when I was I think I was about 6 years old, I went to the opticians and they said that I needed glasses. Also, my brothers too, we needed glasses. We all needed glasses. But we later found out that we didn't need glasses, and it was they just wanted us to buy glasses. But I loved them. I had these big pink glasses. I felt so amazing and fabulous. And I had these huge glasses and I wore them everywhere, even though I didn't need them. So I've included them in this as well. And then from that, I've sort of tried to create 3 little characters. This was so much fun for me to go back on and look at my memories. And it took me a while to recall and like really go back to that time and try and think about some of the things that I was constantly playing with or enjoyed looking at. So the paints that I have, they are from a company called Beam Paints. And I entered a competition with my mum. We'd never tried them before, and we just said, oh, like I really want to try them, and and then we won. Yay! So I was so happy to receive these. I like never win anything, so I was really happy. And my mum was absolutely over the moon as well. Oh, sorry, you can probably hear the ambulance going past there, or the fire department, whoever that is. So I tried them on this page for the first time, and I really, really love them. They actually remind me a little bit of gouache, and I think somebody also mentioned that I think some of them are gouache, or maybe have more of the same consistency as gouache or texture as gouache. So anyway, yeah, I really, really love them. I would definitely recommend them, and now I want more. But yeah, they're really great. So thank you to Beam Paints for sending those over to me. I love them. I love them. And they smell amazing. I just have to mention too, they're handmade. And I think they contain like honey or something. Oh, I'm smelling them right now. They smell so good. And they come in these little individually wrapped wax paper. So it's just great. I just love them. They're lovely. They're really nice. So I had to mention that. So anyway, moving on to my final illustration on the right. Also, I apologize because my camera kept slipping. Like I need a new holder for my phone because the one that actually came on the light is not very good. It just kept like slipping and I didn't realize, and actually had to cut like a little section of the video out because it was actually like facing my lap, like you couldn't see the page at all. And I didn't realize. So anyway, I need a new holder for my phone. So the illustration, the final piece, I obviously went more in the style of Quentin Blake, especially the self-portrait of me as a child. Sorry, it makes me laugh. I nearly choked because I always had messy hair like all the time, and I remember it was something my brother said to me, like, we used to hate your hair because it was always messy, and it's always messy now too, but as a child it was very messy. So, and it was always in pigtails like Baby Spice. So my hair is in pigtails and it's really messy, and actually I think the style really lends itself to me and my personality, because as a child I loved Roald Dahl books and I really loved Sir Quentin Blakes, sorry. I've been addressing him wrong this entire video. Sir Quentin Blake. Yeah, I really adored his illustrations, and one of my favourite stories was Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I used to listen to this at night on a tape. I used to listen to that story, and the tape, the actual box of the tape had the illustrations from Sir Quentin Blake, and I always loved them. So this whole piece for me was just so fun to explore. It's literally like opening a page to my childhood, and it was just great. I loved it. It was so nostalgic. I had a really happy childhood. I was very lucky. I didn't have everything, but I had what I needed, and things like this little jumper just made me so happy. And I really did appreciate all the simple little things in life, and I think I do now too. I'm very appreciative of, like, you know, if it's sunny today, or like if I made a nice cup of tea or something, you know, I'm very appreciative of small things. And just having this in front of me made me realize that more, and made me sort of think, wow, I used to be so happy just from a jumper. Like, it's crazy. So the character that I've designed is called Fib Fab. And the reason I called him Fib Fab was obviously, like, you know, to be inspired by Bing Bong. But fib is obviously when you tell a little lie. So I thought, because I never lied at all as a child. I was really, like, scared of, like, telling a lie and being caught out. So I thought Fib Fab could help me lie if I needed to tell a little fib, like, did you eat too many sweets today? No. Excuse me. Yeah, so that was my original thing, and then I thought, oh, maybe that's a bit that's a bit bad for a child, so I came up with a different story instead. But yeah, this is Fib Fab. So Fib Fab is wearing my Minnie Mouse skirt as a dress, and also wearing the Minnie Mouse head bow. He has the rainbow drops just, like, falling off his head, and the lollipop on his head too. He's carrying my little makeup box, which is full of snacks and sweets and everything like that you wanted as a child. I imagine Ribena, because I loved Ribena. I loved the strawberry Ribena. So that's what Fib Fab has in the little box. His legs are made from the Fab Ice Lolly, and his arms are made from the rainbow drops. So I think rainbow drops, that's what they were called, I think. Why couldn't I remember the name of them? And I'm very happily plodding along wearing my ballet shoes, which I often did, I guess, around the house. Even if I wasn't at dance class, I was dancing around the house. So yeah, this is it, Fib Fab and me. And I wrote a little poem as well, so just something silly, like a little limerick to go with it. So you can pause the video and read that if you want to. But that is pretty much it. I think so I added some texture to the lettering just to make it stand out a little bit more from the text on the left, which says Imaginary Friends. I wanted the Fib Fab and me to be brighter than the one on the left. So I added some texture within the lettering, which I think really made it stand out a little bit more. And I also really liked hearts and stars when I was young. Like, I loved hearts and stars. I drew them everywhere. I guess I still do. So I wanted to add some hearts and stars around the edge, because I had a big gap there in the corner that you can see. So I added those little hearts and stars. And oh yeah, there's the limericks, the poem, if you like. So it was really quick and silly, and I wrote that out, and then I added the gold. I don't know the actual color, but from the beam paints, the gold I added to there, and that's like the first kind of watercolor gold I've used, like iridescent one. So that was really nice, and it gives the page like a little extra sparkle, which I love. So that is it for this week's video. I highly recommend James's course. I'm having the absolute time of my life. I love it. I'm painting and drawing every single day, and it definitely encourages you to get into the habit of painting every day and just loosening up your illustration styles and just having fun and not thinking too much about it. Everyone is so supportive and lovely, so I strongly recommend it. It's great fun, and James and Steve are so much fun. I love it. I love it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care and have a lovely, lovely week. See you next week. Bye.